Welcome to the city of Waterside. Now, if you watched the previous episode, you would notice that things have moved on a little bit from when I first laid out no connections here, which is kind of starting to grow, but it's been a bit of a struggle. We're gameplay wise, I'm about 3 hours on from the last recording, mainly because it's not been the most inspiring of gameplay because I've just been having to coax the city forward. You can see we're now up to 121,000 and the city's growing, and the things I've had to do is, if I click here, you will see that I've had to introduce some commercial into here and a little bit of residential into this area, just to try and stimulate these areas into life. It just seemed to be very resistant to having the large areas which I had originally planned. So this goes to show that city planning isn't all about just choosing things. And at the same time, I've had quite a major crash over here industry wise. You can see even now the industry's not recovered. The industry's been really struggling, probably because I've been putting far too much focus on down here in these areas. The other thing I've also done is I've now brought this road in here to kind of take some of the pressure off here. And if I look at the traffic area, you can see I'm getting a few congestion hotspots around the city, but nothing particularly major. As I say, got a little bit of a hotspot there building up, but I think some of these they seem to come and go. I've been watching them, and the other thing I've started to do is start doing a little bit of beautification, getting some trees in. I know I've been neglecting it a little bit, but I thought maybe it's time that I started, working on the aesthetic of the city, and not that the pollution and that is there going. We've got an electricity problem, and I think we're now. Oh, I can switch this back on. Oops, nope. Switch this back on here. Need some power into the city. I mean, it probably won't pick up that much, so I may have to put another fusion plant down. So that's where we are at the moment. Sorry, it's not particularly that inspiring because obviously we're in the grunge work of trying to get the city to grow. It's been a lot more resistant than I ever thought it would. I'll be honest, totally honest on that point of view. Oops, looks like we could do with a footpath here. So we'll kind of connect that up through there. We just seem to have a massive demand for commercial. I don't know where it's actually coming from. So maybe I can just fill in that area here. It just seems to be constant. I don't know whether the sheer amount of buildings that have gone up, where they're continuously upgrading across the city, is actually creating this demand for commercial. But we've got a non-existent industrial. And you can see some of these industrial areas are suffering from demand for workers. Part of me says maybe it's time to think about kind of building an area out here which workers will come down to the industrial area here. So yeah, it's coming together. I mean, on the distinct building side, we'll just have a run through here. We can see we're getting close to weekly education expenses, getting close to 30,000 residential. Long way to go on the industrial side. That's going to be a challenge. Got over half of children in school, and then we got this one here. Construct 600 service buildings. And I think we got the Gherkin here, which is a cargo harbour. That's an easy one when it time comes to put it down. We're getting very close to leisure specialisation. and tourism. We can get those in. This one's complete. This one's complete. This one, 10,000 office space. Again, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. 7 universities, we can game that if necessary. This one's complete. This one's complete. We've got the medical centre, but at the moment I'm kind of holding off on that because of the 600 service buildings, because obviously this, if you look at this, this is going to cost 14,000 a week upkeep, which means to support that I would have to start demolishing how can you say, the medical facilities, because this provides citywide health needs, so effectively takes away the need for medical centres. So I'm going to kind of hold off on that for the moment. You can still see the commercial here is still growing. I don't know what the policy on this area is. Washington Park, is that a specialisation? Maybe we can put in a... So this is a leisure specialisation. Maybe we'll put a bit more of a leisure specialisation in here. Just work towards it, and maybe we'll kind of expand it a little bit. Maybe we'll just expand this down to here. Give these people a bit more leisure so we can work towards that distinct building. Then we've got the kind of incongruity of the fact that we've got a residential area in the middle of a leisure area. But then maybe that's what people want. You know, to get out on the town and enjoy themselves. And I'll just keep playing in this area here. Maybe come across here a bit. I am leaving these gaps. These gaps are deliberate around here. Actually, let's probably dezone some of that off here actually, so we can expand that and fill this area in here like that. Maybe this is the shipping port here, so I think we can. I think we're getting close to having a power link through here, so maybe what we can do is go light commercial along here. Just fill this area in down towards the, and maybe a bit of light commercial around this massive office block. And public transport wise, we're doing fine. You know, you can see here we've got the old tram network running around here. Maybe we will need to expand it something down to this area at the moment, but I think people can walk into here because we've got the metro station there. And that's the other thing I've done, is I've put a metro link across to here so that people from here can feed up to there as well. So we've got a kind of two-way metro area going. And the other thing I've also done is put a small commercial area here, but you zoom in, there's no actual road link. There's lots of footpaths. You can see people walking through with the connection, so they can actually go to this area here. And I think, and what I've also done is to try and improve the working conditions here. I've put a bus line through here. So that's where we're at. I think we're getting to a point now where I think, how can you say, this Let's Play is going to become more of an update. As I'm not going to be showing every blow, every everything that I'm doing, because there's going to be quite a lot of tedious effort going in now, in the sense of just trying to keep the city going, moving forward here. And you can see we've got a little bit of, maybe we can put a road here, maybe we'll come out here. And so I'm getting a lot more relaxed now. We're not min-maxing the layout. Just kind of come across like that. Just lay in some roads here. The same here. I think we can now start thinking about, I don't want it close to there, so let's come out, come back one there, let's come in here, and we can come all the way across to here. I think maybe stop just about there, put a road connection there, and maybe we're just hook a road through there. Got a kind of a, we can bring a road that way, and maybe just hook a road back that way towards the roundabout. Not that I'm going to be connecting it up. You can see we've now reached 125,000. So we're halfway there. Whew. To be honest, this is proving a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's just trying to keep... Oh, we've got a bit of a death wave coming up here, so... how's the crematorium? Got a crematorium now. I think having these two-way roads is causing a bit of a problem. Maybe if I put a crematorium in, maybe we'll drop another one in over here. Actually put one here. Trying to... Oh, we haven't got anything over here as well, so that could be a problem. I think we need to drop something in there. I'm going to check the fire station. Yeah, I put a fire station capability in. Again, there's a little bit of a fire station problem. And I still haven't sorted out why this thinks there's no connection. I don't know if it's the fact that it's trying to connect out to the other lines, and I think maybe we can drop these in here, although they will probably tell me that I've got no power. Oh no, I've got a power connection there. That's useful. So the city's growing. We'll just speed up a bit, just make it go even faster. You can see we get loads of ship flowing in. The city's really starting to look vibrant, actually. The buildings here, this is the downtown area. You've got the London Eye kind of here. You can see the problem we've got with not enough residents. Maybe we can drop a few more in up here. Just try and get this flowing. Maybe we'll just come down to here and across here. Maybe we'll just keep growing this across here like this. Ooh, it's been interesting. Very, very interesting. So maybe we can just fill that area in here. I know I'm laying down lots and lots of high density. Maybe I should try some low density. Maybe just for the fun of it, we'll put some small kiosks along this piece here, just to make that a little bit more interesting, because you've got to think about the aesthetic of the city. I mean, this looks quite nice. See that with the looking round the city, the ships going by, and so we just kind of go through here, have a check. Education's dropping again. Certainly going to need some more education, so let's just drop another. Again, there seems to be a problem here with, because there's an elementary school there, and it still says that there's a problem there. But I think what we'll do is we'll get some more education going over here. Maybe we're a bit more up this way, because this is quite a high density area. high school, you're coming borderline again. I think there's a high school over here, yes. I think maybe we might have a problem putting a high school in here. I think maybe we'll drop another high school in down in here in we'll just drop a high school in there, and we will make, once it gets daylight, we'll make another connection through here to allow the access to this road here. University, I think it will still do good for a university, although I suppose I could drop a university in over here. That might actually help this area, but I don't want it to be artificial, to be honest. I just want the city to grow and expand and just keep pushing out. Yeah, make it look good. So we got the airport over here. Airport's working well. Oh, had a very, very small bit of industry come in there and disappeared almost instantaneously. So just have a quick look to see if we've unlocked any sports. 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, 30,000 of industrial. I think this is the ledger. Oh, we've opened the casino. I think we can. That's big. That's another big building. So where can we put the casino? This is a leisure area, so maybe if I just take that out there. We can drop the casino in there. And that's the power. I think we've got a... Oh, that's not good. I have to move you. I didn't realise you were there. So, oh, we're going to have to move you over a bit. Maybe we'll do that now while I'm looking at it. Don't really want to strike them off here, so I think if we strike off maybe in this direction like that, just pick you up and shove you down the end here. And of course we've got no power lines now, so we're going to need to just sneak across like that and sneak these out. That will get the casino up and running. Kind of sunk a little bit into the ground. So we've got a casino here. And maybe now we'll just push this area up a little bit now. Back this way a little bit. Because we've got all the leisure specialisation we need. So maybe we can just push this back into this area. And we can classify this as what they call it. Make this into a tourism area. As that will fill in. We can grow the tourist area, but this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I think it's a pretty good overview of where we are with the city at the moment, where things are going. We're going in lines here. We're going to keep expanding and growing the city. As I say, I will put a connection in here. In fact, let's just do that really quickly before I go. Sorry, I'm deviating again. Maybe we can just kind of come out here a bit and just come in like that, and then we'll just kind of hook this in like this, make it nice and simple. and that will just give another road system in here. Maybe we can just come across like that, and you can bring you in like that, and just put a pathway there, just connect it up, and maybe we can drop a would people want to live next to the highway? You never know. There's always somebody who's a bit weird, a bit strange. And we're just going to connect that path up here. So that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you find it interesting. As I say, I will be back with an update just to see how things are going. We've now got the first of our leisure specialisation. The next one's going to be, we're going to go after trying to get the driving range to get this tourism up. So we'll be developing this area here and growing this out, and maybe expanding a little bit of the tourism, so maybe we can cheat a little bit. No, I think we're going to stick within my predefined rules, in the sense that maybe we can actually, there's a little bit we can adjust things a little bit here by pushing that out and here, because this is a tourist area, so maybe we can just push that in and push that back a little bit. And maybe we can, this is a tourist area as well, so maybe we can expand this a little bit. Now, kind of try and pull the punters in, as they say. And let's say for the third and final time, I will do promise now. This is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you're finding it interesting. Until the next time, enjoy your gaming.